Tonight, a New York jury just hours from getting the historic case of the state of New York versus Donald J. Trump. Good evening, I'm Norah O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us. Right now, lawyers are summarizing the 6-week trial after more than 20 witnesses and hundreds of pieces of evidence. Prosecutors are trying to prove two things beyond a reasonable doubt: that Trump falsified business records tied to payments to Stormy Daniels, and that those payments were made to cover up another crime: conspiracy to violate state election law. Now, Donald Trump's lawyers had their turn earlier today, attacking the evidence and the witnesses, especially former Trump fixer Michael Cohen, telling the jury that he's the MVP of liars. CBS's Robert Costa was inside the courthouse for all the day's highlights.
Allies say Donald Trump arrived confident at court this morning.
This is a very dangerous day for America.
Flanked by several members of his family. Today, they heard prosecutors outline how Trump, working with Michael Cohen and former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, engaged in an alleged conspiracy and cover-up, burying scandalous stories while Trump ran for president, and falsifying records related to the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels, all of which Trump has denied.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
Cohen has previously testified that Trump directed him.
Mr. Trump is a con man. He asked me to pay off an adult film star with whom he had an affair.
Prosecutor Joshua Steinglass told jurors that Pecker, Cohen, and Trump met at Trump Tower to sort out the arrangement. This scheme cooked up by these men at this meeting could very well be what got President Trump elected, he said. Steinglass called it election fraud, and the National Enquirer a covert arm of the Trump campaign. But during their nearly 3-hour closing argument, Trump's defense team hammered Cohen's credibility, claiming he lied on the stand and called him the gloat, the greatest liar of all time. Tensions flared when lead defense attorney Todd Blanche told the jurors you cannot send somebody to prison based upon the words of Michael Cohen. That enraged Judge Juan Merchan, who clarified a prison sentence is not required in this case, even in conviction, and instructed them to disregard the remark.
Why do you think Todd Blanche tested the bounds of how far he could go in the closing arguments?
Because he knew he could get away with it. It was a cheap shot. He got away with it.
Trump's family members attacked the proceedings outside the courthouse.
He's the toughest man I've ever seen, and he endures this nonsense every single day.
And today, for the first time, the Biden campaign staged its own event steps from the courthouse door, with a warning from actor and Trump critic Robert De Niro.
This is the time to stop him by voting him out once and for all.
And Robert joins us now. An interesting day in court and outside court. I noted that when Trump lawyers were making their closing arguments, the Biden campaign held that press conference with those high-profile surrogates for the first time. Is that a change in strategy, and why?
It is. Biden campaign officials tell me they came here to frame Trump ahead of the first presidential debate next month, not just as a defendant, but as a threat to American democracy. Meanwhile, top Republicans privately tell me, Norah, that this is an uncertain political moment for the party. No one knows what's going to happen if the presumptive nominee is a convicted felon by the end of the week.
It's going to be quite a week. Robert Costa, thank you.